Hello, hello, and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Growing in Love. Thank you for being here. I'm super excited to start today and to be giving you regular videos, all to do about your relationships. So today I want to introduce to you what this channel's about, why I called it Growing in Love, and a little bit about myself. And I hope you will join me for the ride. And subscribe to my channel and enjoy the videos. And hopefully that you will get a lot of wisdom and ideas for your relationship. Okay, so let me start with who I am, first of all. So I am Mariette West. I am a certified relationship coach. I was trained by Martha Beck, who is considered to be Oprah Winfrey's life coach. So I trained with her in 2008 and became certified life coach in 2009. Eventually, I switched to focusing on relationship coaching, and that has been what I've been doing for the last probably 6 or 7 years. So let me explain to you why I decided, first of all, to focus on relationships. So relationships have always been, for me, uncomfortable. They have been, particularly when I was younger, as a teenager, I struggled with showing up authentically and being who I was, particularly when I moved from my small town to go to university. I'm a trained teacher, and when I went to university and meeting new people, I'd never really met new people. I'm from a small town. The people stayed the same. I had the friends the whole time I was growing up. But when I moved to the city, all of a sudden I had to figure out how to make friends. And I was incredibly uncomfortable. And I very quickly learned how to be what I like to call a chameleon. I'd fit in and I would be who I had to be in order to try and make people like me. So it began the journey of a difficult time in my life with other people. Then I moved, eventually I met my husband and we actually did a lot of traveling and moving around. And it continued for me to be an uncomfortable time, but I was luckily picked the right man and felt very safe showing up as I was. But we moved to Australia, and this showed up for me as a time that was very, very uncomfortable because I didn't like standing out. I was Canadian, living in Australia. My accent was different. I just didn't feel like I could be who I was. And so I, again, was the chameleon. And I really showed up how I thought the people around me wanted me to be. So fast forward, I moved back to Canada and had 2 young children with my husband. And that's when I started life coaching and the training. And I learned so much about why I was the way I was. And I began to really understand why I struggled in relationships. And all of the things that I learned helped me to be the relationship coach that I am today. And not to say that it didn't also require me to go through the relationship challenges that happens when you are with somebody, married, starting a family, and life starts to change. So let me fast forward to my time with my husband. We got married in 1999. We've been together for since 99, which is 23 years in July. And we've been together actually 8 years longer than that. So we've been together for a very long time. We now have 2 children who are 18 and 17. So we've gone through many changes together. We've had the children, of course. We lived in Australia, so we moved countries, sold up everything, moved countries, lived there for 8 years, sold everything up again, moved back to Canada, sold up again and moved to Mexico. and back and forth. And we're back here in Canada. So we've had lots of changes in where we lived, as well as our careers. So I was a teacher, then I became a life coach, and um, all to do with, particularly starting for me with health issues. I deal with a chronic illness. And so that's been a big thing in our relationship as well. So all of these things together have taught me how to navigate and get through change and continue to really love being in my marriage. So this is why, for me, I really believe we didn't ever get the tools we needed. It's just not really out there of how to really navigate relationships and why we act the way we do, why we fall into patterns, why we have certain struggles, why we repeat patterns and have repeated problems, and really why the world has such a high divorce rate right now. It's a difficult thing to understand, and I want to really help the world to be able to have the knowledge and the tools to be able to create relationships that feel amazing and continue to light you up and be full of enjoyment, no matter how long you've been married. All right, so I want, ultimately what I value more than anything is love, connection, and growth. So these are really, really important to me. I learned as a life coach that growth is something that is incredibly important for us humans. We are meant to continue to grow, and we're the ones that can get in our way of this growth that really keeps life exciting and challenging and purposeful and all the things that we want. Growth is where it's at. So this brings me to the title of the YouTube channel that I am starting officially today. So it's called Growing in Love. And as you can see, the in is in brackets, and it's there for a reason, because there are two meanings that I want you to focus on in this title. So the first one is growing love. So you take out the in altogether. And then the second one is growing in love. So let me explain the difference between these two. So growing love is all about nurturing, feeding, watering, um, weeding your garden, your relationship, so that it grows strong and healthy. We always have to do that. We can't do it for the first year or two and then expect it to thrive. We need to always be caring for our garden so that it grows strong and healthy. So our relationship is one that is strong and can weather any storms, because life is filled with storms, as I was talking about in my example. So things come up in life, things are difficult, and you want to have a strong relationship so that you can weather them together. So growing love is how we do that. We water it, we nurture it, we take care of it, we do everything we can to continue to keep that relationship strong. Now, the second meaning I have here is growing in love. Now, this one's a little bit different because it's all about how we grow as individuals from our relationships. So what I mean by this is that in relationships, we choose the person that we are with for a reason. And I really believe we are with them because they are meant to teach us something about ourselves. They will trigger everything that we have within ourselves. And we are triggered because we are meant to learn and grow from the things that are triggering us. So this is the key piece that I work with my clients around, is how do we actually use the circumstances, the challenges, the triggers, our patterns, our desires, and all the things that happen in relationships to help us grow so that we can be the better, happier person that brings that joy and that love and that connection into the relationship so the relationship is stronger as well. So what I really believe is that change is meant to happen. And as humans, we are meant to continually learn from change and grow so that we are always keeping things exciting and new and allowing ourselves to evolve as we do all of this. So my goal here in growing in love is to help you do just that. I want to give you everything that I've learned to this point from my mentors, from my clients, from the time I have been in my own relationships, the struggles that I had to get past and what they taught me. And I want to share that with you so that you can also grow in love and grow love. All right, so I hope you will join me for the ride of this YouTube channel. I'd love you to subscribe, and I am in the midst of creating something special right now to give to all new subscribers to my channel. So I hope to have new videos every Friday, and I will be giving you lots of different tips and strategies and information to grow your relationship and to grow in your relationship. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, I'd love you to subscribe and hit the like button. All right, thanks very much. Bye for now.